19-year-old pop star Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Bieber is facing numerous charges.
Justin Bieber does not get it.
The larger-than-life 19-year-olds finding out supersized fame comes with supersized baggage.
Justin. In honor of your big night, I wore your favorite color, girl.
In honor of your big night, I wore your favorite color, girl.
Justin Bieber, singer, songwriter, teen heartthrob, hairstyle icon, and international bad boy?
Mr. Bieber, you are charged with the following: DUI, alcohol or drugs, resisting without violence, and driving with an expired driver's license.
You don't have the income coming in anymore.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, let's go through all of the crimes, arrests, allegations, dramas, and feuds during Justin's 2-year stint as the biggest bad boy in Hollywood. The transition from innocent tween sensation to absolute menace seemingly happened overnight, to the point that believers had no idea how to respond.
But it was so good for so long.
Right, well, hold on to those memories, you know? Hold on to the good things.
I feel like sometimes I'm in a nightmare because I never thought this would happen. In a million years, I never thought this would happen.
A majority of the stuff that we will be talking about happened in 2013 to 2015, however, easing ourselves into it during 2011 to 2012, Justin had multiple incidents of speeding. He was caught driving over the speed limit in a 60-mile-per-hour zone in his chrome fish Karma, weaving in and out of traffic. He argued that he was trying to escape a bunch of paparazzi, which TMZ conveniently reported that did not include them. However, this was not persuasive enough to prevent the cops from giving him a speeding ticket. He was also pulled over for cutting off a police car on the road in a Batman-inspired Cadillac. He was also pulled over for making an illegal left turn in his Batmobile. Look, at this point, the cops do not understand. Justin is a vigilante, cruising through the night, fighting the forces of crime and evil. The cops are being a hindrance. At the end of 2012, Jelena were on the rocks with several rumors that they were breaking up.
Can you please put that down?
There were reports on November 12th that Selena pulled the plug on their relationship. However, sources close to Justin said that they were going to ring in the new year together in Mexico. But they ended up having a blowout argument and Selena left early before 2013 kicked in. They are so Carrie Ann big.
She sang 2 songs at this charity event. Okay. Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River.
She sang.
And Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble. Now, Wendy, those are 2 big breakup songs.
Yeah. What's this I'm hearing about Kyle Jenner in the mix?
Okay, Kylie Jenner. Okay, there's a photo.
On January 2nd, 2013, a video leaked of Justin enjoying a little green, to be blunt, about the situation. Seeing your idol partaking in recreational activities obviously brought a lot of disappointment to the fanbase. Very akin to Miley's Salvia video in 2010, which I've done a separate video on. Basically, anytime a celebrity with a huge child fanbase is caught doing adult activities, the media gets into a frenzy calling said celebrity a bad influence on their fanbase and trying to cancel them. What made this story worse was that this party happened a day after a paparazzo was killed while trying to get photos of Justin's Ferrari. In short, Justin's Ferrari was pulled over on the side of a freeway by police officers. A paparazzi photographer was trying to take photos of the car. The cops told him to back off, and while he was crossing the road, he was hit by an oncoming vehicle and passed away. Yeah. Important to note, Justin was not even in the vehicle at the time. The driver was Lil Twist, someone that will be a frequent flyer in this video, so let's spend a little time explaining who he is. Lil Twist is a rapper who met Justin at a party where they became fast friends, even appearing in the Baby music video. Drake and Tinashe were also featured in it. This was fan service. In 2010, they worked together on an unreleased mixtape called The Best of Both Worlds. Hannah Montana would like a word.
What?
Lil Twist was allegedly at the Green Party rolling joints and ligaments. After the news of the paparazzi's death broke, Justin released a statement saying, "Hopefully this tragedy will finally inspire meaningful legislation and whatever other necessary steps to protect the lives and safety of celebrities, police officers, innocent public bystanders, and the photographers themselves." I personally do not see him writing this. However, it is not a good look to be seen partying and having fun the day after somebody died trying to take photos of you. even if you were not there. Lil Twist played a much more critical role in this person's demise, but at the same time, putting your life on pause for a professional stalker probably was not in Justin Bieber's mind. TMZ also reported that a girl crashed in the hotel room with Justin, but it was not Selena Gomez. Important to note, Justin and Selena had broken up in November 2012, so they were both single and ready to mingle around this time. What was J Bieb's response to this story? He tweeted, "Every day growing and learning, trying to be better, you get knocked down, you get back up." Also in January, Justin was hit with a lawsuit from his ex-bodyguard. He sued Justin for assault and battery for punching him multiple times in his chest. He demanded $420,000 and the claim ultimately settled for an undisclosed amount. On March 5th, Justin was booed after showing up 2 hours late to a performance in London. Justin responded by basically saying, "Calm down, it was only like 40 minutes and it was all because of technical difficulties," but ultimately believers were left with the choice of leaving the concert early or missing their last train home. Somebody said that the girls sitting next to her were crying because they had to go home because it was bedtime. Something is not adding up here. I cannot see believers prioritizing an 8-hour sleep over J Biebs. Plus, it can't be a curfew thing because how can parents be mad at their kids for coming home late when the concert ended late? That's not very fair. But whether he intended it or not, this was the beginning of his bad boy era. Being defiant, not being considerate of other people's time, and kinda being a diva. Justin promised that the next London show was going to be even better, which must have been on opposite day because he ended up fainting on stage. Justin later posted a shirtless photo of himself in a hospital bed saying he was getting better and listening to Janis Joplin. The next day, while leaving his hotel in London, a photographer was mad that Justin did not give him the money shot, so shouted this. The car door was obviously not soundproof because Justin heard every word that he said, which caused him to lash out.
What'd you say? You heard what I said, man. What'd you say? You heard what I beat the f*** out of you. Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt. Lose your f***ing belt.
For those that do not know, the British media can be incredibly antagonistic, so they painted Justin out to be aggressive and erratic, clearly disregarding the provocation by the photographer.
Fucking little cock.
Justin tweeted, "Sometimes when people are shoving cameras in your face all day and yelling the worst thing possible at you, well, I'm human. Rough week. Only way someone can break you is if you let them." On March 26, Justin's neighbor alleged that Justin did what Pumpkin did to New York on the Flavor of Love. That Justin spat on his face. This came about after a Ferrari was delivered to Justin's house in the early morning and he wanted to take it for a speed drive around the gated community. He was allegedly speeding over 100 miles per hour, which caused the neighbor to accuse him of reckless driving. Justin allegedly said, "Get the f*** out of here," and then he spit in the guy's face and said, "I'm gonna can kill you." The neighbor then filed a police report. They did not swab the neighbor's face and test it with a sample of Justin's saliva, but a construction worker that was working across the road said that he witnessed the spit being spat. As the police investigation came to a close, the sheriff believed that Justin should be prosecuted for criminal battery. The cops also referred to a pattern of bad behavior in the past, saying that now he has a propensity to commit battery. They referenced his numerous driving incidents over the years, his lash out at the London photographer, as well as his green experimentation. So at this point, Justin not only had a bad reputation with the general public, but with law enforcement too. Ultimately, the district attorney dropped all of the charges because it was a he said situation. Since we've made it this far, please do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. At the end of March, Justin got himself into some monkey business. For those that do not know, Justin Bieber received a monkey as a birthday gift. Celebrities with an exotic animal is a quintessential sign that they are in their baddie era. Think Mike Tyson with his tiger or Britney with her snake. He named the monkey OG Morley and took him with him to his concert in Munich. However, upon leaving Munich and arriving in Vienna, there was no monkey. See? monkey do. Justin was forced to leave OG Morley in quarantine in Germany after failing to have the necessary documentation to bring him out of the airport. Justin admitted that everybody around him told him that it was a terrible idea to bring the monkey to Munich, however that did not stop him from doing it anyway. In an interview, Justin said that he had all of the proper documentation, but things just got twisted. However, when he was asked to provide the documentation by the 7th of May, he missed the deadline. Because of this, Justin was charged $8,000 for maintenance fees as well as transporting the monkey to a zoo. Justin and OG Morley were never reunited. For those that are interested, OG Morley is now living his life in a Copenhagen zoo. This story left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because abandoning your pet in a foreign country is morally questionable to most people. Not only has Justin developed a reputation of disobeying the law and being mouthy, but now people view him as a bad pet dad. In the beginning of April, TMZ reported that the reason why Justin is acting out was because he was being psychologically disturbed by Selena Gomez. She was allegedly sending him a bunch of mixed signals even though she called it quits at the end of 2012. I guess the heart wants what it wants. He even paid her a visit on the 27th of March, the day after he allegedly spat on his neighbor. Sources say Justin was being romantically tortured by Selena, which has caused the pot usage, reckless driving, and fighting. So basically, a man's bad behavior is because of a woman. On April 15th, while stopping in Amsterdam on his tour, Justin took a quick pit stop to the Anne Frank House Museum and writing into the guest book, "Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a good girl. Hopefully, she would have been a believer." This made everybody think that Justin was full of himself and it was pretty hard to defend otherwise. Also, I can say with complete certainty that she would have not been a believer. She would have been a directioner. On April 25th, while in Stockholm Syndrome, Sweden, a police officer smelt a cat pee type smell coming out of Justin Bieber's tour bus. The police raided the bus and found narcotics, which was likely weed based on local papers. No one was charged because the bus was empty when it was raided, so they had absolutely no idea who was in the possession of these narcotics. This has now gone one step further than just a photo taken of him with a joint at a party. The cops are now trying to BUST him.
I've been welcome to fucking Zimbabwe, you stupid little pimp. Get away from here.
At the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, Justin received the first ever milestone award at the ripe age of 19. I have done a separate video on this award show which you can go watch right here. Because of all of the bad press that Justin has received over the past few months, the crowd boos him. Outside of all of the negative comments online, this is one of the first real-life examples of Justin experiencing disapproval by the general public. Throughout May, Justin partakes in even more reckless driving. Even NFL star Keyshawn Johnson witnessed him speeding out of an LA party, so he followed him home to call him out. However, Justin ran inside his house and did not come out. However, there is a twist. And no, not little twist. Justin may have not been behind the wheel, but rather Tyler, the creator. I am perplexed by how many people Justin lets drive his Ferrari. On June 5th, Justin gets slapped with another lawsuit related to an attack on a paparazzo in Miami. Justin was getting in some ollies and some kickflips while in a parking lot where a photographer came up and started snapping pics of him. Allegedly, Justin instructed his security guards to attack the photographer where one choked him in the neck and the other one stole his memory card.
Dade County Police, what's the address of your emergency?
I just had some guys harass me. They just assaulted me. They just assaulted me, took my camera. We're going to smash it. They took my memory card out of the camera.
Okay.
The guy was strangling me. I want to press charges on him.
The photographer filed a lawsuit against J. Biebs and his security guards claiming bodily injury, pain and suffering, mental anguish, and incurred medical expenses. What does not help the situation at all is that there are a bunch of videos showing Justin's guards getting forceful with photographers in the past.
It's a rough life, ain't it though, Bieber? Hey, let me come on tour with you. I'll be your photog. I'll tell you. I'll get rid of all these guys for you.
Lil Twist and his brother Lil Zar were also named in the proceeding. They allegedly were the ones that demanded the memory card. More on this story later. On June 16, Justin had a night of laughs at the Laugh Factory in LA upon leaving in his infamous Ferrari at this point, and with little twist in the passenger seat, Justin hit a paparazzi photographer with his car.
You gotta get an ambulance, dog.
I am not diminishing this hit and run, but calling 911 was so dramatic. The only reason why they called paramedics is because they wanted them to show up to make Justin look even worse. Cops did show up and determined that there were no injuries, and ultimately the photographer was the one in the wrong for standing in the middle of the road. And let's be real, Justin gave ample warning that he was about to drive off, so you know, get out of the way? But at the end of the day, and in the context of all of the other things that Justin was doing, this story made Justin look even worse. The photographer ended up suing him for his injuries and medical bills, even though the cops had already determined that no injuries were suffered. He also claims lost wages because he was unable to continue working, saying that he may never recover, but then a smoking gun was released showing that the photographer was filming Justin at a roller rink, so how are you unable to continue working? On June 15, a different paparazzo sued Justin for extreme emotional distress and negligence. The event goes back to May 2012, when the then it couple Justin and Selena went to a movie at the Commons in Calabasas. The photographer was taking photos of the couple and obviously caught Justin on a bad day. Justin was trying to maneuver his car out of a parking lot and the guy was obstructing his exit. Justin hopped out of his car and asked the man to move, and he would not, which caused Justin to kick the man in the abdomen, reported as a martial arts style kick. Justin fled the scene, however they returned a few minutes later because Selena had forgotten her phone. I do not know how this happens. She also allegedly apologized on Justin's behalf, but this clearly was not enough to prevent the lawsuit. Allegedly, an ambulance-chasing lawyer witnessed this whole thing go down and told the photographer that he could make a bunch of money if he filed a police report. The police did not charge Justin with anything due to conflicting witness statements and lack of evidence. However, the paparazzo continued to pursue litigation. Ultimately, the claim was settled in 2016, where I assume Justin coughed up some money. At the beginning of July 2013, it seemed like Jelena were back together after Justin posted a photo on Instagram with the caption #Heartbreaker. What the hell? Sure. On July 9, we get one of the top moments in Justin's bad boy era. The peeing in the mop bucket and yelling "F*** Bill Clinton" video. Justin was leaving a nightclub through the kitchen exit to go unnoticed by paparazzi, however needed to relieve himself. Instead of using a bathroom or holding it in until he returned home, he unzipped and unloaded into a janitor's mop bucket. The janitors union was clearly furious with Justin. Not only does the janitor have to now clean everything with the mop and bucket, but now they also have to clean the mop and bucket. And the video does not even end there. While continuously using a black scent,
You're not gonna remember him pissing in the restroom, like everybody does that.
He walks upstairs and encounters a picture of Bill Clinton.
Now why am I in it?
This strangely enraged a bunch of people, which I can somewhat understand. It is unpatriotic to hate your country's leader, but at the same time, the media was acting like they had long-term memory loss, saying things like, "What did Bill Clinton even do?" Girl. Justin did apologize for the incident, but was he sorry for his actions or sorry that he got caught? Throughout the rest of July, we get a very phlegmy Justin. There was a story where a man alleged that Justin spat on him in an Ohio nightclub. The man even got himself tested for hepatitis, but the test came back negative. Justin's rep said that this entire story was made up. 1 week later, Justin is staying at a Toronto hotel where a mosh of fans have herded outside on the street. Justin is greeting them all from his balcony and decides to give them a gift in the form of a loogie. At this point, I think Yzma has put a spell on him to turn him into a llama, because why is he spitting so much? Justin's rep said that he did not spit on his fans and that the photo of him spitting was taken earlier on in the day and the media just made it look like he was spitting on his fans. On July 28, US border agents between Michigan and Justin's homeland, Canada, found both marijuana and drug paraphernalia on a bus associated with Justin's tour. Justin was not on the bus at the time of the bust, so we cannot say with certainty whether Justin even knew about these drugs. After running out of people to torment in the general public, Justin turned to his own family. Well, Sorta kinda. On August 12, photos of Justin Bieber from Thanksgiving last year leaked to TMZ. Justin's family was mad at him for being late to their Thanksgiving lunch, so as a way to break the tension, Justin pranked his grandma by serenading her butt naked, only holding a guitar.
It's getting weird.
At the end of September, we get a Lil Twist update. Justin kicked him to the curb. While Justin was away touring, Lil Twist was holding parties at Justin's home, and upon his return, his jewelry was missing. It is unclear whether Lil Twist stole the jewelry himself or whether somebody else stole it during one of the parties, but either way, it was on his watch. When the story broke, Justin commented on Instagram not to believe the story, however, he deleted his comment 30 minutes later, so... what do you think? The feud continued as Lil Twist took legal action regarding the trademark for Wild Kids, an intended clothing brand between the two. Funnily enough, this phrase was used in the Mop Bucket video.
We the Wild Kids, yeah! Wild Kids! Wild Kids in this.
Ultimately, Justin could care less about the trademark, so just let him have it. On October 1st, Justin ordered his goons to carry him up the Great Wall of China because his legs got tired. I mean, even head diva in charge Mariah Carey walked the Great Wall herself, in heels. On October 7, another photograph of Justin holding what looks like to be a joint surfaces online. TMZ reported that he is sitting next to someone that looked awfully like Ariana Grande. At this point, it is clear that Justin is on a clean green diet. I mean, there are even clips of him exiting a hotbox van. But his young fan base hates vegetables. Did that make sense? On October 10, while in South Korea, Justin headed to a nightclub where DJ Michael Woods was playing a set. Unhappy with the music that was being played, Justin allegedly went up to the DJ booth and said, "Yo, this music is whack, my dog. Let's get crunk up in here." Okay, he didn't say that, but he wanted the DJ to play some hip-hop. After the DJ told him to PFO, Justin allegedly attacked the DJ's manager. The host of the nightclub denied that this happened, but after the DJ set was over, Justin went back up and played some hip-hop.
Get away from here!
On November 1st, Justin is reportedly photographed leaving a brothel in Rio, Brazil. I do not know how you can be caught leaving a soup, but... let's move on. Also in Rio, Justin graffitied a wall which caused the police to open up an investigation. Defacing buildings in Brazil is a crime punishable to up to 1 year in jail, but Justin's defense? I didn't know it was wrong to graffiti. I'm sorry, officer. The reason I do not believe this defense is because Justin was caught tagging a wall in Brisbane, Australia 2 weeks later. Although the police had reason to arrest Justin, they were too slow because he had already left the country.
Get away from here!
As for Australia, you might be wondering? They loved it. The hotel that owned the wall kept it. However, later, Mayor Tom Tate released a video demanding that Justin come and clean it up, or else he needed to come and sing for him.
You know, I got a message for pop princess Justin Bieber. We love your music, but we hate your graffiti and your vandalism here in our city. Mate, you've got two choices. Come back and clean up your mess, or come back and sing at the Mayor's Christmas Carol this Saturday on the 7th of December at Broadwater Parklands.
It's getting weird.
Also during his time in Rio, Justin had a party after his concert. After crashing on a couch, a partygoer decided to film a video of him sleeping. Creepy. For those that do not know, it is quite the commonality for believers to throw bras and shirts on stage while Justin is performing. While in Argentina, a fan threw a t-shirt on stage that had the Argentine flag on it. As Justin was brushing all the t-shirts off the stage to avoid slipping on them, the media mistakenly thought that Justin was desecrating the national flag. Oh my gosh. This is so dramatic. Desecrating the Argentine flag is a crime punishable by 1 to 4 years in prison, and even one lawyer filed papers denouncing Justin's behavior. This is too much. Justin went onto Twitter to write, "I'm so sorry for anyone who took my actions the wrong way, and I hope you can forgive this mistake." What this story shows me is that the general public now has a very prejudicial view of Justin based off all of the things that he has done over the past year. Instead of giving him the benefit of the doubt, people are jumping to the worst conclusions about him.
Get away from here!
On November 16, Justin threw a major Great Gatsby themed party that got way too noisy for his arch nemesis, aka his neighbor, aka the guy that Justin allegedly spat on. The neighbor called noise control 3 times during the night and filed a police report for disturbing the peace. I need to see their episode of Neighbor Wars. Justin then ended off 2013 officially announcing his retirement because he is sick of all of the lies in the media.
I'm actually, I'm retiring, man.
No.
I'm retiring.
Anyway, starting off the new year of 2014, Justin was captured on a Segway riding around Calabasas with none other than
Selena Gomez.
They aren't really riding together, it's more Selena chasing after him.
Selena girl.
On January 14, Justin's home was searched by the police after a complaint was made that Justin allegedly egged a neighbor's house. Seriously? Egging a house? Why would you do this? The neighbor recorded the egging as it went down, and you can hear Justin shouting in the background.
Hey, you asshole! I got another one for you, actually. Yeah, come right over here, you mother.
The only problem with this footage is that it is too dark to actually prove that it was Justin. At this point, it is pretty hard to argue that Justin is considerate of others. Egging a house? It is the quintessential sign of immaturity. The egging caused $20,000 in damage to the neighbor's house. Justin never apologized. As I mentioned earlier, the police got a search warrant to do the same thing that Lady Gaga did after the January 6 Capitol riots. Look for evidence. I do not know what they were trying to find. Eggs? Well, no eggs were found. But white powder was. It was owned by Lil Czar, so he was arrested. The cops also seized Justin's cell phone to find any evidence of him bragging about the egging, but Justin was more so freaking out about any drug-related texts and potential nudes. On January 23rd, after a year of speeding and drag racing, Justin finally ran out of get-out-of-jail-free cards and was arrested in Miami for driving under the influence. He took a blood alcohol test and he also failed a field sobriety test. Justin had a passenger in his car and it was revealed to be Chantel Jeffries, who is in my book of celebrities that I have no idea what they do, but I know their names for some reason. Surveillance footage of Justin in jail was then released. He gets a pat down. He does a sobriety test where he pretty much passes with flying colors. Adding context, he blamed his stumbling on a broken foot. He, for some reason, does a bunch of push-ups because I guess no day is rest day. It's giving that lady that did yoga before robbing a bakery. But way more concerning to me was that they released footage of Justin urinating. I truly do not understand the legality of releasing CCTV footage of people while they are in custody. I think it was their way of trying to prove that he was under the influence at the time, but was the urinating footage necessary? Justin is taking a sample at a urinal and the panel is not high enough to give him privacy. The police intended to release the uncensored version of this footage before the court stepped in and said, "Put a black bar on it, please." What I am incredibly mad about is that this would not be the first time that they would have recorded this footage. They would have been well aware that the panel was not high enough to give any of these people privacy, and that they either intended to look at the footage back and be perverts, or they were trying to directly embarrass these people by releasing the footage to the courts. Like, what is going on here? During his court appearance, he was dead silent, but the media painted it out like he was too cool for school. Justin now has 2 open cases, the DUI charge and the egging incident, which is at risk of becoming felony vandalism. Around the same time, Justin's people allegedly wanted him to go to therapy or rehab. A day late and $1 short, but what the hell? Sure. The next day, there is a development. The police had a bias against Justin. It was revealed that Justin's blood alcohol level was 0.014, which was way below the legal limit. So he was not drunk, even though the police reported that he reeked of alcohol and he failed a field sobriety test, even though it was scientifically proven that he was almost sober.
He smelled a strong odor of alcoholic beverage.
But what about the speeding? He could be charged with reckless driving, right? Well, The police lied about that too. The cops said that Justin was speeding between 55 to 60 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, but actually he was driving 27 miles per hour. It was even caught on surveillance cameras, so the police really made everything up. Justin pled not guilty to all of the charges. I mean, can you blame him? However, maybe we spoke too soon, because when his toxicology report was released, he tested positive for weed and prescription medication. In June, Justin accepted a plea deal to avoid prison time. He agreed to pay a fine and to go to anger management classes. Importantly, Justin was not put on probation, which for those that have seen my Lindsay Lohan legal timeline video, probation can be easily breached. Even though Justin was framed, the damage was done. People hated Justin Bieber so much that 273,000 people signed a petition to boot Justin back to Canada.
Get away from here!
The craziest thing about this is that the White House has to review every single petition that gets over 100,000 signatures in under a week, so Obama had to look at this. Ultimately, he declined to comment. On January 29, although not officially deported yet, Justin returned to his homeland to get to work. In other words, beat up a limo driver. He was charged with criminal assault. The police reported that Justin got into a fight with the driver after he asked him to turn up the radio, and the driver was like, no. And Justin was like, yes, which led to Justin hitting him in the back of the head several times. When he pulled over to call the cops, Justin fled the scene, but he later turned himself in. Ultimately, the charges were dropped because there was not enough evidence that Justin was the person that hit the driver. Ending off a hella of a rowdy month, Justin's private jet was detained by US Customs because it smelt of pot. Remember that lawsuit I talked about earlier where Justin ordered his guard to go attack that paparazzo? I feel like I need to be more specific because this has happened more than once. It's the one where he was skateboarding in the parking lot and the guard choked the paparazzo in the neck. Yeah. Well, it's deposition time. He absolutely despised the other lawyer.
Is there anything funny in my question?
Well, I don't know, Katie Couric, you tell me.
Are you calling me Katie Couric?
No.
Remember earlier today when I asked you?
No.
Why don't you listen to what I had to say first?
Guess what? Guess what? I don't recall.
Would you please look at the film that's up there?
This is a film?
Please, sir.
This is a film?
Pause it. Would you please watch the television?
You said it's a film. You said watch the film. Is this a film?
Is there a difference between a film and something else?
Yes.
When he was questioned about Selena Gomez, he got so upset that he pulled the finger, the index finger that is.
Move on to another. Don't ask me about her again. Don't ask me about her again.
Have you ever?
Don't ask me about her again. Don't ask me about her again.
Wait, let's take a break.
You know what? Just stop.
We gotta take a break.
Don't ask me about her again.
We gotta take a break.
The client's not asking for a break.
Don't ask me about her again.
Let's take a break, Justin.
302.
Apparently swooned by this, Selena catches up with Justin for an intimate dance routine.
I was found on YouTube. I think that I was detrimental to my own career.
He meant instrumental. Overall, his attitude was really bad. At one point, he even fell asleep. After the entire 4.5-hour video leaks online, Justin questioned whether the entire thing was a plot to humiliate him. Ultimately, this case settled in 2015. In April, we get the strangest and briefest beef between Justin and Drake Bell. After weeks of Drake trashing Justin online, Justin decided to crash Drake's album release party because he knew that Drake fans would go more crazy about him than the person that they actually showed up for. So messy. Justin then ended off the month visiting the Yasukuni Shrine in Japan. For those that do not know, World War II warlords were enshrined at this place, and even a majority of the Japanese public do not support their officials visiting this place. I'm going to give Justin the benefit of the doubt here because he probably did not know about this fact. Also, I remember when I was Googling things to do in Japan when I went for my trip, one of the top results was visiting the Yasukuni Shrine. In May 2014, there was a bogus claim that a woman made up about Justin trying to grab her phone off of her because she was taking pictures of him. He was apparently so angry that he made the woman's daughter cry. However, a worker at the location, Una, reversed the claim and said that the woman was taking photos and Justin did not try to take her phone. However, we also get a new lawsuit with more validity and legal standing. Another photographer sued Justin and his bodyguard for assault. A photographer was snapping pics of Justin, a guard chased after him into a Subway restaurant and cornered him in the bathroom. The photographer tried to haggle with the guard, being like, give me 10K and I'll give you the photos, and the guard was like, snatch, and took the memory card.
There's, I think, two black dudes and against some white dude, and the white dude screaming to call the police. I think it's over some pictures or something. I have a problem here. I need help.
And the kicker is, this happened the same night that Justin got his DUI. The claim ended up settling in 2016. June 2014 was a quiet time for Justin's bad behavior, so the media had nothing to report on. So instead, they dug up in the archives and found videos of him when he was 15 telling racist jokes.
Why are black people afraid of chainsaws?
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
You can say motorcycle too.
TMZ even admitted to having a copy of the video for 4 years but chose not to release it. Very out of character for them. Of course, Justin issued an apology saying that he was young and dumb, and all of his black celebrity friends came out of the woodworks to set the record straight that Justin was not racist. Interestingly, the leaker of the video gave Justin the opportunity to buy his silence for $1 million. Justin's lawyers actually took the negotiation incredibly seriously. They counteroffered with $500,000, but the leaker did not feel like this was enough, so he ended up leaking it to the media, which I assume he got more than $500,000 for. But this was not the only video to surface. Another video leaked of 14-year-old Justin doing a racist rendition of his song, One Less Lonely Girl.
One less lonely. One less lonely. One less lonely. There's gonna be one less. If I kill you, I'll be part of the KKK. Then there'll be one less lonely.
Apparently, Justin's team released this video themselves because several people were trying to extort Justin and threatened to leak the video if they did not pay up, so it was kind of the perfect time to release this video on the back of another racist video, right? Right? As a true believer himself, Justin posted Bible verses about forgiveness on his Instagram and also got baptized to wipe his slate clean. After months of stalling, the district attorney finally charged Justin with misdemeanor vandalism for egging his neighbor's house. The matter was quickly wrapped up with a no contest plea where Justin paid restitution to the neighbor for the damage to his property. Later on, the neighbor was not satisfied with restitution, so sued Justin for $1 million, claiming that his reputation was destroyed in the online auto industry. What the hell? Sure. But most importantly, Justin was put on 2 years probation. I sure hope he stays out of trouble for the next 2 years. Well, no, because a couple weeks later he threw a loud rager where the cops had to be called 4 times throughout the night. His probation was not breached because he always complied with the cops and turned the music down. There was this random story where Orlando Bloom swung at Justin in Ibiza. It was allegedly related to Justin being close around Orlando's then wife, Miranda Kerr. After the swing, Justin added insult to almost injury by posting a photo of Miranda Kerr on his Instagram. However, there are also photos of Orlando partying with Selena Gomez, so... Justin also posted a photo of Orlando crying on his Instagram. In August 2014, we get another paparazzi lawsuit for the exact same fact scenario. A photographer was taking photos of Justin. He allegedly ordered his bodyguard to attack the photographer and took the memory card. We then get one of the best headlines of this entire era. Justin Bieber illegally drives Can-Am on sidewalk, almost nails disabled woman. Just like what the headline states, Justin drove his Can-Am on the pathway to avoid congestion on the road, and when driving through an intersection, he drove past an elderly woman crossing the road with her walker. He truly did not come close to hitting her though. Also, during a romantic date with Selena Gomez, yes, they are back together for the 50th time, Justin gets Dave & Busted at Dave & Buster's. He allegedly tried to grab a man's phone from him while he was taking photos. Wow. These news stories are really starting to sound like Groundhog Day. He was not charged with anything, however, shortly after, he was once again arrested for crashing his ATV into a minivan in Canada. Ultimately, Justin took a guilty plea deal where he only had to pay $750. Days later, we get a cringe moment where Justin got booed while undressing down to his underwear at a Fashion Rocks event.
Go on then.
Is that better?
So much. Thank you, Justin.
Remember, this was around the time he had his Calvin Klein commercial.
Ladies and gentlemen of Fashion Rocks, please welcome to the stage, Rita Ora.
Good morning, Rita Ora. We're talking about you.
Then in October, November, and December, he vanished. There was nothing. He instead was occupying his time finding God. What is going on? I'm feeling deprived. Where is bad boy Justin? I'm feeling like Bella Swan waiting for Edward to return home. I guess Justin really did find God because he stopped being bad. Cold turkey. On his 21st birthday on March 1st, 2015, we get the Justin Bieber Comedy Central roast. To promote the special, Justin even poked fun at the egging incident, an idea pushed by Justin himself as a way to say that his bad boy era was officially over and now it's time to look back and laugh.
You literally are a guy who has it all, except for respect, love, friends, good parents, and a Grammy.
You are the King Joffrey of pop. We go a little crazy when we get famous, but you bought a monkey.
Luda and I had a lot of hours making the song Baby together. In fact, he told me it was the only baby he ever made on purpose.
As a reformed man, Justin entered into his purpose era, releasing What Do You Mean as the lead single on the 28th of August 2015, which was allegedly about Selena Gomez. He performed the song at the 2015 VMAs, which I have done a video on which you can go watch right here. At the end of the performance, he broke down into tears, which people found incredibly endearing. There is also this hilarious moment where Miley, who was hosting that night, is stripping while Justin is continuing to cry.
Well, I was gonna keep this jacket on, but now that I know that Justin Bieber can fly, hey Justin.
What Do You Mean was not just a hit with believers, it was a hit with the general public. It kind of became cool to like Justin Bieber. After years of calling him girly and gay, derogative, it was finally somehow acceptable to like Justin Bieber's music. The biggest question that comes to mind for me was that was Justin's bad boy era essential to his newfound success? I think it is incredibly difficult to get rid of your teeny bopper image. Think Miley Cyrus. I did an entire video on how her Salvia Bong video was the stepping stone to her being accepted as a provocative entertainer during her bangers era. Could the same thing be said for Justin Bieber? Did his bad boy era give him cred to be accepted by more mature audiences? And yes, I'm referring to straight men. Justin went on to have an incredibly successful album rollout. Sorry and Love Yourself were humongous. Although I do not think that Justin's bad boy era was an intentional move on his part to rebrand himself, I do not think that Justin would be as successful as he is today without all of the mayhem that he caused back in 2013 and 2014. It was quintessential to his longevity in the industry. He even references his bad boy persona in the worst remix that my ears have ever heard, the Bad Guy remix.
I'm the bad guy.
While it drew intense media scrutiny and divided public opinion, this period was crucial in shaping his identity beyond the teen idol image. It revealed the pressures of fame and the challenges of growing up under the spotlight, offering a candid glimpse into his humanity and sometimes inhumanity. Ultimately, Justin's ability to reflect, grow, and emerge from this tumultuous time with renewed purpose, pun intended, speaks to his resilience. And for us, just like Jesse Nelson, we love a little bitter in the sweet. Bad boy me recipe.
Being nice a little boring when you in between the sheets.
We like a bad boy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. A reminder that I have a Patreon where I am posting exclusive content. Currently I have videos up on the 2002, 2003, 2007, and 2013 VMA pre-shows. They were all absolute hot messes. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and heck, why not share with your friends? And I'll see you in the next one. See ya!